Okay.
Right.
Did you show off that beautiful meat? Hi everybody, I'm Melissa Clark from the New York Times food section, and I'm here because we are going to cook some fake meat and some real meat. We're making burgers today, and to help me taste test, I have my husband, Daniel Gurka.
Hi, I'm Daniel Gurka. I'm here to eat some burgers.
Thank you. And we have...
Hi, I'm Jade Zerman, and I'm Melissa's recipe tester.
And we have Alex Eaton, who is working camera for us. She's not getting out of this. She's tasting burgers too. We're all tasting burgers, and we're actually very excited because, well, I'm not going to get to the punchline. But so, this is an Impossible Burger. An Impossible Burger is a new plant-based burger meat substitute. They're serving them at Momofuku Nishi. So David Chang has jumped on this bandwagon, which, you know, says something about its quality. We think. We don't know. We're going to try it ourselves, and we're going to tell you. But this is basically a veggie burger, but they don't call it a veggie burger. It's made from wheat gluten, you know, wheat protein, which is what a lot of veggie burgers are made from, potato starch, and then it has a secret ingredient, or it's not secret, it has a special ingredient which makes these fake burgers bleed. They actually bleed and they're juicy, just like a meat burger. This stuff is called heme, H-E-M-E, and it is what's in hemoglobin, what's in our blood, what's in the blood of meat. And it's also in plants. It's in all living plant beings, right? So they take the heme out of the plants. You guys are like glazing over. I have to explain this stuff. This is important. You've heard it before. Have you heard it?
I haven't, but I want to know why it bleeds.
Okay, because of the heme. Because they've isolated this heme out of yeast. They grow it in a lab. They get some yeast. They create this heme, which turns it red. Notice how it's sort of reddish, and it also makes it juicy and bloody, right? Bloody for plants.
Can we pick some up and just show it to the camera?
Yeah. By the way, those are meatballs I made with it, which we will taste in a minute.
So these have like the tiger blood of plants in them.
The tiger blood of plants, exactly.
Does the heme taste like...
The heme apparently makes it taste sort of meaty. So Pat Brown, who is the owner of, he's the CEO of the company, and he is in the comments section. So if we get anything wrong, Pat, you just make a comment and Alex will read it and then we will correct ourselves because we're just, you know, we're just doing this. This is the first time I've ever experienced these. So today is my first Impossible Burger, although I have seen them on TV.
Can we look? Yeah, let's just look at both of them kind of side by side.
So what we have, this is, I mean, you guys can tell what the difference is, right? You can see that this is the, I want to say the heme burger. This is the Impossible Burger, so that's the fake meat one. By the way, they are vegan and they are nut-free, but they are not gluten-free because they're made out of gluten. This is the meat burger. This is just beef. They are both 80-20 fat to meat content. This one gets its fat from coconut oil. This one gets its fat from, you know, cow. And they are seasoned with nothing more than salt and pepper. We're keeping it very pure. So we form them into burgers, we put salt and pepper on them, and that's all we've done.
And so for people who are just tuning in.
Okay, so people who are just tuning in, and sorry we were a little late, we had some technical difficulties. I'm Melissa Clark from the New York Times food section. We are tasting fake burgers. I mean, they're real burgers, but they're fake meat burgers, veggie burgers, if you will. And we're going to taste them against meat burgers. And this is a new type of fake meat that is on the market now called Impossible Burgers, or Impossible Burger, I think, right? Impossible Foods. And this is a brand new thing, and it's the veggie burger that can bleed, that has this fake blood in it, not fake blood, it has heme in it. Am I describing this well?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds bizarre. It sounds like the burger's going to get up and walk away in a second.
It's going to get, it might. If we cook it really rare. You know, when I was a kid, my dad used to always ask for his meat rare enough for it to walk away, which I always loved when I was a kid. But we're going to cook them. Apparently they're better if you make them a little more well done. Shall we get first? But first, let's taste these meatballs here. So Jade and I made meatballs. Actually, no, Jade made the meatballs, but she used my recipe.
I did.
And she used this, the Impossible Foods meat, and we seasoned it with, what did we season it with?
There's parsley, breadcrumb, cumin, garlic, salt and pepper.
Okay. And then we just roasted them in the oven, and now we're going to taste them. Thanks. And they taste good, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely got a meat sensation to it.
The texture is really, it's springy. I don't know if that's the right word, but springy like a meatball.
Exactly.
It's not mushy.
Right. It's not mushy like a lot of veggie. Yeah. Alex, you want to try?
Thanks.
I like how the outside got really crunchy from all that coconut oil. Okay. So,
It is good.
it's good, right?
Yeah.
We're all very surprised here, but we're into it.
That's why it's impossible.
Okay. All right, so next we're going to do the burgers. We've been told to make little slider sizes, and that's actually good for a taste test because we're going to eat one of each. So we're going to walk over to the pans. Jade, you're going to... You want to do...
So people who are watching, if you guys have comments or questions, we actually have Pat Brown here, who is the CEO of the company Impossible Foods that makes these, and he is a really good resource to ask all of your questions about this meat, how it was developed, what's in it.
Ow!
So here, Daniel Bernstein asks, where
Hi,
can
Daniel.
you get Impossible meat?
I don't know if you remember Daniel Bernstein, who guest starred with me last week, or like a month ago. You can't buy it retail. You can buy it, eventually you'll be able to buy it retail, but you can go to Momofuku Nishi, and David Chang is making them there. And then there are restaurants also, I think, in San Francisco and Seattle. And Pat Brown, please tell me if I'm right on that. But eventually you'll be able to buy this retail. And they're not just making, fake ground beef. They're also going to make fake cheese, right? And all kinds of other fake, I shouldn't say fake, I should say plant-based alternatives to the traditional protein sources. How was that? Was that good?
Robert Hoffman wants to know if you've ever tried Beyond Meat.
No. Tell me about that, Robert Hoffman.
Robert Hoffman, can you tell us a little bit more about Beyond Meat?
Is it good? These are pretty good. All right, so do you notice how these are cooking a lot faster? And I was warned that I should cook the Impossible burgers low and slow, so maybe slightly higher than that. But see, but these are these are sizzling away. I did not add fat to either pan. The pans are dry. They're both 80-20, so I'm assuming that eventually fat is. Oh, you can see it actually. Fat is starting to come out. I don't know, Alex. Can you see that little?
Yeah.
That's coconut oil.
So Terry Graham, a lot of people have questions about other types of meat. How does this compare to corn, spelled with a Q?
Oh, that's a good question. Pat Brown, can you help us out with that? Because I'm assuming you did your market research very thoroughly, and I have no idea.
What are your thoughts about fake meat, Melissa?
I actually really like fake meat. I mean, I love gluten. Gluten is one of my favorite things, also known as seitan. It's a traditional, the other kind of seitan, the edible kind. It's traditional, and it's, in fact, Jamie was just talking about this, right? Yeah. How we like mock meat. Let's call it mock meat. Right. And you get them a lot in a lot of vegetarian Chinese restaurants, Asian restaurants. You know that the mock pork, the mock shrimp, duck, and I love it. Yeah, it's got a great chewy texture. It takes on the flavor of sauces really well. I like the springiness of it, so I'm really into it. In fact, I've made my own gluten. You can make gluten by just taking whole wheat or just regular wheat flour, white flour, and then you knead it and wash it and knead it and wash it, and you're left with just the protein, and you get rid of all of the starch, and it's delicious, and then you cook it. So I'm pro fake meat. However, I'm also pro meat. Love me a burger. I feel like the world is big enough for both options. Vegetarians or people who just want to eat a little less meat should have the option of something delicious. By the way, you can see this is starting to actually cook. I'm going to take these off. Who wants rare? Who wants medium rare? Who wants?
Rare, please.
Rare?
I'll get medium.
Medium? Alex, what about you?
Rare.
Rare? Okay.
I'm the only one.
You are. We're going to stigmatize you for it. No, that's all right.
So the hamburgers.
Hamburgers are
cooking
done already.
fast.
Yeah.
They're done.
These guys are taking a little more time. I'm going to see about. Yeah, it's beautiful. Look at that crust. I'm actually more. Oh, except it fell apart. All right. Well, yay on the crust.
Are they a little more delicate as they cook?
They're definitely more delicate.
Yeah, when I was making patties, they're a lot more, yeah.
See, we're making a mess. See that? It's a little bit harder to do. Now, I just want you to know this is my first time cooking them. I did take a tutorial. I watched a tutorial yesterday, and I saw someone else cook them, and they didn't fall apart like this, so I might be doing something wrong. Apologies. They're still going to taste good. Maybe my heat is too high, even though it's pretty low. I'm going to make it even lower. Yeah, this is not, I don't know that, sorry, Dave. This is still okay.
Rebecca Friedman suggests that a non-stick pan might help us.
Yeah, well, that would have been a good thing to think about earlier. Thank you, Rebecca. Next time.
Rebecca, you should be here.
I wish you were here, Rebecca. This is really going to be difficult. Maybe I should have put oil in the pan. Now, the tutorial that I saw yesterday didn't use oil, which is why I didn't use oil. I considered oil.
This is a new technology.
This meat is a new
There's
technology.
There's bumps along the way.
I do feel like, don't spend too much time looking here. Why don't you show everybody the buns?
Okay.
Okay? Because it's just not pretty. Look at those beautiful buns. So the buns, we have, those are slider buns. We've buttered them up and toasted them. I suppose you could oil them up if you want to avoid any animal products at all. Oh, Jade, we were going to do cheeseburgers. Too much trouble. Never mind. So we thought maybe we'd do some of them as cheeseburger sliders, but I think we're not going to. So, okay. Talk to Daniel and Jade for a minute while I try to make these look prettier off camera, right? You think? Or should I? Or do you want to see? No, you don't want to watch.
What do you guys like on your burgers? Every favorite burger topping?
Everything. I'm partial to mayo, which I know some people find controversial, but I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking since the burger's made of gluten, maybe we can make the bun out of steak.
Steak bun.
Right?
That's good. Alan Eidson also wants to know if he can put bacon on it.
Oh, hell yeah. Real bacon or fake bacon?
Yeah. Real bacon.
Real bacon.
You want to do
In
the
fact,
bacon?
we actually have some pancetta. So if he were here, he could actually do that. Okay, don't look at that ham anymore. Stop going away. Okay, look at these.
Those look beautiful.
Those 4 nice looking burgers. Okay, so now let's just talk about the bleed, shall we? Because this is a selling point of these things.
So this is the real.
That's a real burger and that's a real bleed. I think we should cut one of these open.
Yeah.
And we should look inside.
So guys, just so everybody, let's just.
Oh yeah,
tell
let's
everybody what we're doing.
back up. Hi, I'm Melissa Clark from the New York Times Food Section. I am here with my husband Daniel Gurka and my recipe tester Jade Zimmerman, and we are testing Impossible Burgers, which are mock meat or fake meat burgers, veggie burgers, against real burgers. And what's interesting is this is a new product on the market, and it's made with an ingredient called heme, which is found in blood, but it's also found in plants, and it's supposedly going to make these burgers bleed and make them very meaty and very rich tasting. And if you missed it, we actually ate some meatballs made out of it, and they were really good. So we're feeling good about this. But we are going to look inside. Okay, that is a well done burger. I heard that they should. Yeah, that one has some. Is silver. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Can you see that? That is kind of rare.
Can you hold it a little closer? Yeah. So that is the inside of this new meat alternative burger.
And just a little bit more about the heme, because I think it's just an interesting concept. It's a new thing for this company to be able to isolate they really asked the question, what makes meat taste like meat? And they came up with the answer, which is heme, which they found out is also in plants. I think that part of it is really cool that they went that far to really figure it out. However, I like all kinds of veggie burgers. All right, you guys, shall we? Yeah.
All right.
I wish you could just put down the camera and join us.
I'll grab one.
I'll make.
Yeah, we'll make it. Yeah. All right, so everybody.
Bottoms, tops.
Oh, gee, you're so
Nice.
so organized. Oh my goodness. So
So-
take 2 of each because we were going to do side by sides. Okay. I'm going to take the ones that I've had my hands all over. I mean, I've kind of had my hands all over everything.
It's okay. You washed your hands.
Did
I
you
saw
know?
you do it.
Did you know which one was yours?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
This one was mine. I took it. Don't worry, nobody else is gonna get a medium burger.
I just want to make sure you get what you want. Look at that plate versus this plate again, not to drive the point home.
So does anybody have any questions while we people put their toppings on here?
What toppings do you want?
Yeah, Alex, what do you want?
I like ketchup and mustard.
Okay.
And I like everything. I'm an everything type of person.
Do you want mayo there?
Okay. No, actually, I'm gonna go without mayo so I can
Yeah.
taste the burger more.
Ah, all right. You know, I probably should have done that. I'm going to just put a little mayo. We're going to, yeah, that's true. Actually, what we should probably do is make these as minimalist as we can bear on our burgers so we can really taste just a little lettuce. Can you all, and we should, I'm going to do a little ketchup. We should also make sure we put the same on both, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ugh.
I'm gonna take some.
Are you hungry now, Facebook? Is anybody hungry? Anybody hungry for a real burger or a veggie burger?
Got both of them covered here.
We've got them covered.
There's
We've
a little something for everybody.
got our tomato, wee little tomato.
All right, I can no longer tell from the side which one is the real one and which one is the Impossible
Wow.
burger. They both look a little pink and a little gray.
Okay. Here, let's get some nice shots of these before we. Sorry, mine has a ketchup splatter.
Okay, so here we have the,
Let me get this on.
this is the Impossible Meat Burger, and this is the normal burger here. So here we go.
Okay.
Melissa's
Which
gonna
one was
try.
which? I forgot the
Only
pickle.
you can tell.
I forgot the pickle. Sorry, pickle enthusiasts. It's a real burger. This is the beef.
Why?
It's
Why is that
good.
the beef?
Because it tastes like beef.
How do you know it's not the impossibly
I actually don't. It could be. Let me try.
the plant?
So
plant
what's
burger?
everybody else eating? We
Right.
should synchronize this. Okay, so here's Impossible.
It's really good. It's not as good as the beef, but it's really good.
It's really meaty.
Mm-hmm.
And if I were a vegetarian at a barbecue or a grill, I would want to eat this over like a hockey puck veggie burger.
I'd want to eat it over a tofu dog.
Yes.
I would much rather eat this than a tofu dog. I would much rather eat this. I think I'd rather eat a falafel burger. Have you ever had a falafel burger? Oh, it's so good. It's like you take the falafel mix and you make a burger.
That sounds delicious.
It's good, but it tastes like falafel. So I would rather, but other than any other burger, any other veggie burger, I think I'd rather eat this.
Yeah.
So, hey, good job, Impossible Foods. Pretty good. Now we're going to do something kind of sneaky. So, apparently you can eat this stuff raw because why not, right? So we're going to try some steak tartare made with Impossible meat. And here you have it.
So this is leveling up here on the Impossible Meat. We know it tastes pretty good cooked, but how about raw?
Little raw egg there.
So what's in here?
Okay, so this is the Impossible meat. It is parsley, shallot, Worcestershire sauce, capers, salt and pepper. Right, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the egg yolk I'm going to stir in.
So here's the big question. Can you use this new meat to make steak tartare?
This
which
is very exciting. If it is, I mean, think about it. Do you love steak tartare? Because I really love steak tartare. Does it make you ever so slightly nervous to make it at home? I mean, okay, it doesn't make me nervous to make it home because, you know, but I think it makes most people nervous to make it home, right?
Then
Okay.
why does it make them nervous?
Because they're worried that the meat they get won't be good enough, like it won't be, and that there'll be some bacteria on them, or E. coli, or, you know, because a lot of the meat, the way most meat is produced, it's gross. I mean, you have to get really good meat, and then you also have to pay $40 a pound, or well, not that much, but $28 a pound for really good meat. And then you have to chop it up yourself, which is kind of a pain. You have to freeze it, and you have to chop it.
So let me ask you this: you just put a raw egg in that.
Told you, I'm fearless. But you don't even have to put a raw
Well,
egg
no,
in.
you got that. You got that egg. You didn't get that egg at the grocery store.
No, I got the egg at the farmer's market. All right, people.
That's a big deal.
I'm trying it. Oh, we have toast for this, because you know what? This is how, okay, you guys are all trying it. You ready to try it? So this is steak tartare made from Impossible meat. Jade.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna, well, no, I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody. I did taste this, but I'm not gonna say anything. Here.
All right.
I couldn't help it, you know, I'm mixing it all together. You have to check the seasonings. It's very important to taste as you go. Alex, I'm handing one to you.
Drum roll, please.
All right.
You can start eating. You don't have to like synchronize the eating.
Is this how you usually eat tartare, on toast?
You often eat it on toast. I mean, you can just eat it with a fork, but it's nice on toast. Plus, it's easier than everybody, you know, putting their fork in there. I see Alex is not
So I'm
eating.
eating.
You're eating raw fake meat.
I'm eating a piece of toast with gluten spread.
Yes, you are. You're eating gluten on gluten.
This is really good.
I think it's really
I mean,
good.
it's-
Yeah.
It's a great. This would be a totally awesome picnic situation. It's nice and cold, but yummy and meat-like, but not obnoxious.
Right. No, I think it's good. Okay, this is what I think. I'm very cynical, and when I embarked on this project, I was really sure I was going to be like, oh God, this can't be good. It's really good. What does that say? That says that I think that what it says is that scientists should keep doing the research on this stuff because this is fascinating. It's a good product. It is a lot more, I mean, we were discussing whether we think it's healthier for your body to eat this than beef, and that is, we're not going to go in there, but it's undoubtedly better for the environment, which is very meaningful. And if you don't eat meat, gives you I think, a pretty good meat-like experience. So, what do you guys think? I mean,
But why is meat bad for the environment? Why is beef bad for the environment?
because of the way it is raised, it's the way it's ranched. It uses an incredible amount of fossil fuels. It uses water. It uses, a lot of water. Apparently, God, I forget how many gallons of water it takes to raise each cow, but it's a lot. It takes a hard toll on the environment. Eat lower on the food chain. This is lower on the food chain.
Mm-hmm.
So
if you only want to eat meat, sometimes this would be a fantastic fill-in on nights that you're not.
we eat a lot. We like burgers a lot. We eat a lot of burgers. And
Too many.
Too many. And we're trying to eat less meat because we want to eat less meat, right? But that's really hard when you want a burger. So I think this is good for people who want to eat less meat but really want a burger all the time.
I could do an Impossible Burger night.
Could you do an Impossible Burger? Okay, let me tell you something else. When I told Daniel he had to taste this, he was like, I'm not going to eat one of these for lunch. I'm just going to eat regular burger for lunch. I'll taste it, and then I'm going to take the other sliders made out of beef and take them upstairs.
I already finished my Impossible Burger.
And you finished it first.
Yeah.
All right, we sound like a commercial. Let's stop. Can we just eat?
Yeah.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Where do
Are we
people
done?
call?
What? I know. But, it's kind of thrilling. All right, people, comments. Anything you want to ask me? You want to ask Pat Brown? I'm going to eat more of this tartare while I answer your questions. If anybody has any questions. Anybody want to talk about tartare in general?
Some people are afraid. Larry Kellogg is afraid to watch people eat steak tartare at Les Halles. That's a comment that he shared.
Mm-hmm. I understand that.
But I think this is good. This was a very informative experiment here.
Okay, well, if nobody has anything else to say, I'm Melissa Clark from the New York Times Food Section. We're going to be back here. We're coming back here next week? Oh, next week we're doing something exciting. What are we doing next week, Alex? We have something planned. What is it?
Seamus is coming.
Oh, yeah, next week is going to be really exciting. I have Seamus Mullen as our guest. He's a guest chef from Tertulia. He's an amazing biker, and he's going to come over, and we're going to cook something. I don't know what we're going to cook, but it's going to be fun. So 1 o'clock Eastern Time next Wednesday. I don't know if Jade's going to be there. I don't know if you're going to be there. But I'll be here, and Seamus will be here, and Alex will definitely be here. So bye, Facebook. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Now, don't say anything because it goes on.